Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Liberty Flames, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Flames about to kick it away and get this season started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll... Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, it's Bacon. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Collins. Trying to get to it. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big 2 gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these 2 big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder.
Pass on the way, it's picked off!
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
Plows through the defense. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Using his feet. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Liberty! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw in this route.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Smith takes the handoff. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Throws to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. I mean, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes it, gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think...
Vision ain't none.
Let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Still running at the 40. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory?
Doug.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Buys a little time. He's going to fire to the left. Picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Fakes his man out. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Off play action on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Time to take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense is giving up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds his big tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas pulled out the victory on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in Austin. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The give is to Smith. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damage when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Steps away to find some room. He fires it out to the right. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll line up to go for 2. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Goes to the option. He makes it into the end zone for the 2, but there is a penalty flag where they often call holding. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Offense set on first down. Power football with the run. Open space at the 25. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Now on first down from the 28. They'll ride the hot hand. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Copeland. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
This clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He makes the connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offensive first. Absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Or whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Smith takes the handoff. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They'll immediately call timeout. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. On the option. Now the toss. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football and try to pick that up on 4.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going to have to take it from us or stop us, and they didn't.
So moving forward in this game, let's just see how this defensive line responds to this. Can they be more physical and start winning their one-on-one battles?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. At the 40, there he goes. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack. Man, you think you've got the defense reeling. You just hit him with a big one. You're going to do it again, and instead, sack.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity, too, because you deliver the haymaker the play before. You got your opponent on the ropes. You're swinging for the fences on the next play, trying to deliver the knockout shot, and you can't keep your QB protected. Nice job answering by the defense.
He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes...
Got a big paw on it, and the tip drill pick. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Memphis.
And what a job in coverage by the defense. First, the defender able to get his hand on the ball and tip that up into the air. It lands right into his buddy's hands. He has the convoy, and it is off to the races.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the pass hits, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Still running at the 40. Afterburners coming. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
That is why you have to contain this guy. If you let him get out, he is an explosive play waiting to happen. And after that big gainer, I'd like to see how this defensive coordinator is going to try to get after him as the game goes on, because a play like that can make you rethink your entire game plan.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll run the option. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tiger.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game. And down he goes back at the 3.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Feeling some heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running behind that left side. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. The give to the single back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Across the 25. He's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Flames headed quickly to the line. He'll set up to throw. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Flames. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. And more drives like this is what's needed.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Finds his man, and they convert.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the road. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Running to the left. Hard running there. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
It's reverse.
Well, this offense can get after you a variety of ways in the running game, and one of the ways they do it is by using their wide receivers on jet sweeps. Good example right there.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. They'll give it to the back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Pittsburgh looked like a bunch of world beaters today in a stern-to-stem beatdown. I think a lot of people forget this program won 5 national titles last century. A rich tradition and a sparkling performance today. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. The sure hands, it's Jones. On the move at the 30. He's loose. He's at the 40. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Almost 8 yards on the play. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Memphis 31, Liberty 17.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Flames in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw. Pocket, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. They want to throw it. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Liberty! A great catch and run for 6. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. A fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. You know when I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Looking to buy time. He'll let one go down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's got his man running toward the tape. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practiced this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get 1st downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB design run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside. There was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Going up top on first down. Now adjusting. And here's the third interception of the night. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
The offense set for a first down play. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. On first down, here comes this offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. The give is to Smith. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They're bringing heat. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off.
Makes the grab inside the 30. He's off to the races. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown play.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
And the extra point is good. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, and maybe time for a play or two. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
To the air on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this